Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lions Den. In this video today we're going to go over the factions over the next 5 days. Hopefully I can do one a day, but we're going to start with Eternity. Everyone, I see a lot of messages about them, which ones to build, etc. So we're going to go over maybe 4 or 5 different versions, starting from your base to the kind of ones I use now in the end game. A lot of people ask, how should I build a team in general? Can I just go from factions? The answer is yeah. You can as a base build with just generic factions. So let's just go over the kind of ones for Eternity that we can go over. Eternity wise, so you're going to have your base, which most people have, which will be Corvus, Morrigan, Dante, Faceless Phobos. They're kind of the base 5 that you get. That's quite easy to get at the beginning. You can get Kira, obviously, you can get Calf as well, but in my opinion, they're not great to have. I would say Eternity is more of a magic kind of team, not physical. It just doesn't seem to work very well unless you have other people to fill in the gaps. So this would be my personal one. Then I would say the one kind of up from this, you will be replacing, say, depending on the team, Faceless for Iris. Iris is the main damage dealer in most of these teams. Then we go one extra step, we're probably going to be taking out Phobos as well, and probably Tempest. Not a bad idea. Octavia is kind of the glue that holds Eternity together. Obviously, you can use them by themselves, but the majority of the time, Octavia, Dante, Iris will be your kind of main 3. Then after that, when we start getting Octavia, that's when either we'll be taking out probably Morrigan at this point, depending on the team, and having Octavia in. Octavia helps boost Iris, and so does Tempest. Tempest, I think, prolongs the debuff that Iris puts on the team, so this helps her do more damage. As for Octavia, Dante helps your team dodge, which will give everyone energy when they dodge from Octavia. You do have to put in mind that I have the support skill for Octavia, which does help Iris's damage. So if you're going for a Iris team like this, you'll probably want to focus on Octavia's support skill first. Just get it unlocked once. That's all you need. That's all I've got. And then kind of the end game kind of team that I use will be something like Nebula, this kind of team. This is the kind of team that I use against a lot of different variations. The burn from Iris and Octavia, and then Cascade helps as well. I do have a max Cascade, he's G80, so obviously the battles are skewed slightly because I've got the max Cascade and you won't, but in general, this is a decent team to go for later on in the game. So we've gone from our base to our end game team. I will double check on the support because I'm 90% sure that I only have the 1 level in the support skill. Yeah, see, 1 point, I've literally just got the 1 unlocked, as you can see down here for Octavia. And as you can see, it's all about this skill here. It reduces the armor and magic defense, which just helps in general. And Tempest obviously increases that as well. But you can have one or the other. Later on, I don't use Tempest. People use Tempest in other teams like Astaroth, Aiden, Zisha. So let's just do some basic training. I did some earlier, but there's so many that I couldn't keep them all in. So battle results, let's skim all the way down. You should be able to see probably the difference here when we get down. So we started off with the full Chaos team. Everyone seems to like this in Arena at the moment. You got the base of Astaroth, Zisha, Aiden, and then you have Kayla and Peach. As you can see, the base one, 2 to 8, not great. Even just adding Iris, she doesn't have that extra from Tempest or Octavia. So, I mean, it helps 4 to 6, but again, it's quite random, not very consistent. We come up to the third one, much better, 9 to 1, which a lot better. That will just purely be because of, as you can see, quite clean as well, just from adding Tempest. We go on to the Octavia. As you can see, not as great, 3 to 7. 8 to 2 with the next line. That's when we're, as you can see, just adding the Tempest again, turns it from a 3-7, 8-2. Makes a massive difference. And then we have the end game one, which is the setup that I use, 10 to 0. It can be a bit patchy because you're basing it on the dodge of Dante and Octavia, and depending on if Kayla crits, it can all be a bit different. But overall, 10-0 is pretty certain there. It's not too bad. Next team we set up was a generic Fafnir Artemis Tristan team. Obviously, there's so many different tanks you can put in front of Tristan, so I've just gone for 2 basic ones, Astroth and Galahad. Obviously, you could have Luther, Aurora, Ziri, like there's Chaba, there's so many different heroes you can have, but it would take way too long to do all of them. So on to that one. As you can see, the base again, 0 to 10, not great. But I mean, fart teams are very good. Fart is the the acronym for it, because Fafnir, Artemis, Tristan, fart. So yeah, it's the way it is. Don't blame me for that. We made that up. As you can see here, we added in Iris. Again, not bad, 7-3. 20k underneath. As you can see, pretty patchy results. That's just due to the burn and the RNG on Fafnir and Artemis again. Then we go into adding Tempest, and suddenly 10-0. And that's 50k underneath, as you can see here. So Tempest, massive difference. So then we're going to jump on to Thurin and Octavia. Again, this could just be down to RNG, but we've gone down to a 7-3. Couple wipes there. Fafnir alone by himself there, as you can see. 4 to 6 when we take out Dante. But again, that's not surprising because Dante helps Octavia and the whole team dodge. And then we go on to the late game. Again, yeah, pretty easy 10-0 that one. We are 30k above, but again, just having Octavia with Dante at the front gives a lot of dodge. Cascade gives the interrupt. And then you've got Nebula boost and Iris. It just increases the damage, just all around, basically. Right, then we went on to, I did as you can see here, it's a Yasmine fart team. I threw in Aurora and Astroth this time just to see. As you can see, the base does a bit better on this one, 9 to 1. That'd be purely because Corvus counters Yasmine. My Corvus isn't built. My Yasmine actually is. I think she's about glyph 70. So, yeah, I mean, 9 to 1's not bad considering 40k under. Then we moved on to the one with Iris. Yeah, worse. 6 to 4, 60k under. Again, my Yasmine is bigger, so it depends on the crits, but as you can see, it's still not too bad. With Tempest, yeah, that's a full blowout, 10-0. Pretty solid results there. We lose Tempest sometimes. I presume he's the lowest armor, that's why Yasmine targets him. But yeah, pretty sturdy there, not too bad. Then we move on to, Octavia thrown in there. As you can see, even sturdier, all alive. Oh, there you go, we lose Iris a couple of times, but again, 10-0, and the damage will just all be Iris. Yeah, I mean, the battle won't last long. I'd imagine it's like a 20-second battle. So yeah. 9 to 1 when we go to endgame. Again, just a bit of RNG, I'd imagine. But again, you can see it's a pretty sturdy counter in general. But RNG does play a factor. For people that don't know what RNG is, it's random number generator. It's stuff like crit, where sometimes they crit, sometimes they don't. It makes a massive difference. But you can see in general, it's not too bad. Mystery we went on to next. Bit of a weird one here, as you can see, with the Rufus tank, Satori with his rework, Amira, Celeste, Jorgen. Jorgen's pretty much a big counter to them. Amira will also block a lot of the damage from Iris, so this is why you're coming out at a 0-10. The base just, yeah, it gets flattened. Simple as that, unfortunately. Then we went into Iris. Iris does a bit more damage, but again, it's not great, as you can see here. Pretty much blown out on most of them. That will be down to the RNG of Dante dodge and the abilities that go off. Again, Iris with Tempest doesn't help with this one. That's again because of Amira's abilities. It blocks a lot of the damage from Iris. Jorgen will ult and stop them ulting, and then Satori will just blow you away. If you don't kill Satori quickly, I'd imagine, yeah, there you go, 1.2 mil. Basically just gets blown out of the water. Then, as I said, you can see the pattern here, unfortunately. 0-10 when we throw in Octavia. Again, Satori just doing all the damage. The endgame one, that will probably be Dante doing a lot of the work up front. Oh, there you go. See, it's my cascade. As you can see, Iris only does 600k, but Satori blows us up. With Folio in the team, we decided to change it up. Again, the base Eternity team didn't do great. That's because Folio's shade, whatever you want to call it, in the front will get gripped by Phobos, so that means Satori is free to do what he wants and kills your team. Exactly the same happens again with Iris in the team. And even, yeah, carrying on, we did get a 10-0 here. That was a surprising one. I think that's just the Tempest burn helping with Phobos getting through Folio. Once you get through Folio and Satori, it's all over. When we throw in Octavia here, again, 4-6. Not great, not secure at all, because really you want to be using like a progress team against Satori. Once Satori gets his ult off, you're going to die very quickly. Adding in Tempest with Iris didn't help, 3-7. As you can see here, even the late game version, 5-5, not great. We did Nature. Nature's a bit of a weird one because you don't see Nature much on defense at all. So we just threw that in. As you can see, the base 0-10. Iris 1-9. Throwing in Phobos instead of Faceless here didn't make that much difference, 4-6. Adding Tempest for Iris helped a little bit, 6-4. Adding Tempest with Iris and Octavia, 7-3, so a bit better. And then you can see when you get to the higher ones here, there you go. Phobos with Octavia, Corvus, Tempest, and Iris, 10-0, but not 100% clean. And then the endgame team just stomps it, basically. We tried like a couple of basic teams. We've got the Astaroth with Andy, Satori, Celeste, and Faceless. The base team, again, 4-6, not great. I think then I was helping out someone with a couple of teams. So yeah, as you can see, progress just slaps the mystery teams around because they just don't have enough defense. So there was a couple of other teams in defense that we was going to go through. I've got a couple of teams up here. Let's go for, I think there's a couple of teams down here. You've got your progress teams with Ginger. If we just use the base team, it's not going to go well, I can already tell you that. Let's have a look. I'd imagine a 0-10. There's just not enough damage for them to burst through. Yeah, not going to happen. Then if we go on to adding in Iris, probably want Faceless for this or a bit of stun to stop the shields going up. If it works, great training. Yeah, again, 0-10, too many shields, can't get it up, it just doesn't work. Then we go on to adding Tempest in. Let's add Dante and let's add Faceless again. Again, I prefer that stun. Morrigan won't make too much difference in this, I don't think. There you go, 9-1. So much better when you've got Tempest buffing Iris. Then we're going to go on and add Octavia as well. I'd imagine this would just burn through for a straight 10-0. Oh, 2-8. There you go, much difference. Oof. Actually bad for that one. Again, it's a lot of RNG. Julius gives crit, so then all of his team can crit, so it's all down to that. And then we go on to endgame, and I would imagine... There you go, let's go on to that. Let's have a look. I would imagine a 10-0, but again, I was wrong last time. There you go, 10-0. Pretty quick wins, really. It's not too bad. Let's move on to... Well, we got the Polaris team here. You see a lot of this around now because of the Polaris coming out and people using Orion and Arachne. Arachne doesn't seem to be that great, even though I really wish she was, because I really like her. But again, the base team, 0 to 10, gets battered. If you add in Iris, you'll probably get a bit better, but probably not a 10-0. Yeah, there you go. 1 to 9, some dodgy results, but yeah, not great. Then once we get on to the team with Iris and Tempest, that should do a bit better. Oh, no, even worse. There you go. It's just the stun and the shields is just a lot to get through for Undead without the end game. So if we go to what I call the end game version, as you'll see, hopefully, this again depends on Polaris. Polaris does stun and it just throws the team out of sync, but there's a lot of damage going in. There you go, 9 to 1. Much cleaner. The other team would have been with Astrid instead of Ginger. Basically the same results as the Ginger version. Once you get Iris with Tempest, etc., it just starts burning away. Let's have a look at AXA, as people call it. Astaroth, Zisha, Aiden. This is more of the stall team version that you'll see a lot around, maybe later on, not as much first. But I don't think there would be enough for you to get through with a basic Eternity team. I would imagine a 0-10. Yeah, sometimes it's even a stall. It's a very decent stall team, AXA. It just does very well. I mean, I don't think it really is going to matter full Eternity-wise what we put in. Let's have a look. Oh, no. I pressed the button 10 times. Useful. Oh, there you go, 10-0. That would just be purely from Iris's burn, I'd imagine, with Morrigan being there. Let's have a quick look at this one. I didn't want to go through every single replay just because it's a lot of time. You'll see Dante took the Zisha roll. They're burning away. Corva's just about surviving. Tempest ults, throws them all down, and then Iris just kills the rest. So that's not bad. That's not bad. That definitely won't work all the time, depending on the team, because ones like Leanne will just sleep Iris instantly. I don't think the late game build will actually work for this. I don't use it against this personally, because I just don't think it's that great. We'll have a quick look. Without Tempest to stun, yeah, not sure about that. But let's have a look. Again, I'm pressing the button. There you go, 5 to 5. That's purely down to dodge RNG on our side with Dante. So sometimes it goes against us, sometimes it goes with us. I mean, there is a version of this, I think, with Iris, if I can remember the team. I'm pretty sure it's Iris, Faceless. Now I can't remember. It's definitely Aurora. If we go to Aurora, and I think it might be Morrigan Faceless. I actually can't remember the team now. Morrigan Faceless. I think the way that works is Morrigan's skeletons will summon and take the Zisha ult, and then you're just clear to go. There you go, 9 to 1, bit better. So we got bad RNG on one there where we stalled out. But as you can see, much better with just that. Let's go for we went for the full chaos. Oh, there you go, we have the Lian version, so let's quickly do that one to finish it off. As you can see, I think I can't see that doing great. Yeah, 1 to 9. Again, the base, unfortunately, it just doesn't have enough power without Octavia or Tempest. But if we do throw Iris in, obviously I can't go over all the different versions because this video would be like 50 minutes long. It's like 20 minutes long as we speak, so I don't want to do a video too long. So let's see what we get out of that. Again, 10-0. There's just not enough damage coming out. I'm sure even with what I count as the endgame version, there won't be enough. Let's have a look. Eventually. For some reason, Octavia training, it takes ages to load. I don't know why. Whenever you're ready, game. There you go, 1 to 9. It's still not enough damage. This is the teams that you'll be using progress on mainly, or I said the Aurora team will do well. I'm not sure how that'll do. Let's have a quick look on this one. Where's Aurora? And Morrigan is down here somewhere. Not sure if this will be a 10-0. We'll see. I think it works against this. Like I said, AXA teams are very strong for stall because they have a lot of defense. And there you go. Against this version, massive 0-10. Not great. The last team I did want to test against is one that you'll see all the time, is the siblings team, Kayla and Aiden. You'll see them all the time. Corvus does counter Kayla, but my Kayla is G80. My Corvus has not been touched. So yeah, it's a bit one-sided in that side. Kayla will probably go to town on my team, unfortunately, because the altar will not do enough damage. As you can see, 0 to 10, absolutely battered. I also don't think this will work very well, even with Tempest and let's put Faderson to throw him back. But I think even with that, again, it's just not going to be enough damage. Could be wrong. Yep. 4 to 6. So again, bit of RNG there from Dante, Dodge, and Kayla crit, etc. Yeah, not great. But the late game should work. Let's have a look. Dante and Iris. Again, my Cascade's maxed, my Kayla's maxed, so it kind of evens out. Again, it's a bit RNG heavy on who's going to dodge when and who's going to crit when. But it normally burns through. There you go, 8-2. The damage is a lot stronger. Cascade does also interrupt Kayla. Cascade will push Kayla back when she jumps. But obviously, sometimes, again, you just get crit too quickly, basically. But yeah, I mean, I think we've covered a lot there. I didn't want this to be too long of a video, but unfortunately, I wanted to get enough information from other different factions. So yeah, I mean, it took a bit longer, but I hope this helps everyone with where to go eventually, where you're going to start off, and what team you're going to kind of finish off with eternity-wise. You can see where the strong links are and who the key heroes are. So like I said, Octavia, definitely key. Tempest is key as well, can definitely be before Octavia. And the support role, definitely for Iris, is key. If you can get that opened early for Iris, you'll notice the difference straight away with the waves that come from her. So yeah, I hope this helps everyone. I do plan on doing a faction every day. Don't know who I'm going to do tomorrow. It might be Progress because it's the to-do faction at the moment due to Polaris. So yeah, I mean, I hope this isn't too long for you guys. I'll put in some timestamps so you guys can just skip to wherever you want to go. So yeah, appreciate it, guys. Like, subscribe. Hopefully this will help you build later on to the future. Cheers, guys. Bye.